of Islam to rule the world. Is there anything in the Quran, is there anything in the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam which gives Muslims an agenda of waging perpetual jihad until you establish the rule of Islam over all of mankind? I have not found any such nonsense. I have not found any such nonsense in the Quran or in the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. But you still have people with schoolboy methodology who will take one isolated verse and use that to build a theory. So let's leave the schoolboys. They're wasting our time. No, Islam does not have a mission to establish the rule of Islam over all of mankind. No. Well then, for what purpose do we wage war? Jihad in Islam, based on the Quran, which is the supreme authority, is that you wage war in response to aggression. But even when aggression is committed against you, you do not respond with warfare unless and until you have explored and exhausted all possible peaceful means of resolving the problem. That is the Islam which comes from the Quran and from Nabi Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam. So this is not a warlike religion. It is only when you have explored and exhausted all possible peaceful means for resolving the problem of aggression, only then do you have the right to wage war. And when we wage war, if the enemy inclines to peace, and you cannot incline to peace while holding on to the bloody fruits of your aggression. You cannot incline to peace while holding on to the bloody fruits of your aggression. If the enemy inclines to peace, which means giving up the bloody fruits of your aggression, then we must reciprocate and incline to peace. That is the Quran. Secondly, the Quran orders us. This is not permission to fight. No, this is not permission to fight. أُذِنَ لِلَّذِينَ يُقَاتَلُونَ بِأَنَّهُمْ ظُلِمُوا. This is now a command. وَمَا لَكُمْ. What's wrong with you? لَا تُقَاتِلُونَ فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ. That you do not stand up, rise up and fight in the way of Allah. For what purpose? That one was in response to aggression. This one is to liberate the oppressed. Islam, the religion, has zero tolerance for oppression. وَمَا لَكُمْ لَا تُقَاتِلُونَ فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ وَالْمُسْتَضْعَفِينَ مِنَ الرِّجَالِ وَالنِّسَاءِ وَالْوِلْدَانِ الَّذِينَ يَقُولُونَ رَبَّنَا أَخْرِجْنَا مِنْ هَذِهِ الْقَرْيَةِ ظَالِمِ أَهْلُهَا إِلَى آخِرِ الْآيَةِ. Not only must they be oppressed, but more than that, the oppressed must be crying out, asking for help to be liberated from oppression. And when they do that, then you have an obligation, Muslims, wherever you are in the world, to intervene and to liberate the oppressed. And so Islam, the religion, did not come to conquer the world. It never came to establish its rule over the world. But it most certainly came to liberate the world from oppression, provided that the oppressed are themselves crying out for liberation from oppression. So this is a misreading of the Islamic concept of warfare. But I can't blame the author of the book, nor can I blame European scholarship, because Dajjal, in his cunning, created the Ottoman so-called Islamic Empire. And for 500 years, the Ottoman so-called Islamic Empire gave precisely this conception of jihad. That jihad is eternal warfare. Well, we can take a little rest in winter time, but when the spring and the summer comes, back to the battlefield. Every year. Every year. And so this is a state which was created for warfare. And the Ottoman Empire waged war for 500 years. Again and again and again and again. And the world of Islam applauded. MashaAllah, look at these Ghazis, look at these great Mujahideen, waging war for the triumph of Islam, taking Islam all through Europe. How sad that our people were so brainwashed. Up to this day, scholarship, brainwashed. Guess whom the Ottomans waged war against? Did they wage war against Britain? Did they wage war against France? Did they wage war against Western Christianity? No. The Quran refers to rule